Hello y'all, this is Warlords, a Flash player-based strategy game. This was made by Ben Olding, I think, a Ben Olding game, so I can presume it is made by Ben Olding. And this game is part of a larger series called Warlords. And besides that, I'm playing this on Flashpoint because you can't really use Flash in your browser much anymore, unless you use an extension or something like that. And so we're going to play the campaign, conquer the land by invading one region at a time, earn money by killing the enemy's troops, then spend it on upgrading your army and adding units. Note your campaign will be automatically saved after each level. Let's hit the campaign, start new campaign, and we're going to play as the Undead, who have a buff to halberds and a debuff to archery. The Undead race description says, once resurrected by a great necromancer who has since perished, these warriors will not die through natural causes, only through the weapons of war. Start the campaign. And we have 3 different units we begin with, and they are the Spearman, the Swordsman, and the Archer. Spearman, standard unit, fast moving and quick to produce with a long reach, but with low armor, good for charging down archers and getting men across the map quickly. Swordsman, tough infantry unit, fairly short range attack, but have tough armor and can deal good damage. Archer, long ranged attack unit, weak armor, but can kill low armor units before they get close enough to attack. Very dangerous in large numbers. We're going to buy a unit, and that's going to be Halberdier. That will cost us 500 money. Halberdier, strong, long reach and attack, but with low number. Excellent in numbers against mounted units. Vulnerable to ranged attacks, but we do have a buff in halberds. How good they are. Our archers aren't very good, but our halberds are decent from the get-go. And we start with 3 provinces. We can advance out of them. And we're going to attack Fairshire, which is held by the Human Alliance, to the east. Difficulty of 2. This shouldn't be too hard. And they're going to deploy troops. And so you hit space, essentially. Where the arrow is indicating is where your troops will spawn. You hit space, and then you can use the arrow keys to move your, decide which unit you want to spawn. And each of the units you spawn are on a timer that will have to reset once they are deployed. And the thing about this is that, do I have sound off? Let me fix that. Is it off? I think it is. Let me fix that. Yeah, sound on. There we go. We have the fighting going on now. And the thing about this game is that you have to get your army to the right side of the screen, and the enemy has to get their troops to the left side of the screen where your base is. And we're just spamming halberds here because it's our best type of troop. And there we are. We're continuing our attack, and we're overwhelming the enemy's axemen and halberdiers and archers and spearmen with our halberds. These guys are mostly better for dealing with cavalry, but since ours are better by default, I'm just using tons of them. Let's bring in spearmen too, because they move faster than the halberdiers. You can see them, they move slightly quicker. They're faster skeletons than our scythe-wielding soldiers. And they're just going to make it to the right side of the screen and win the day for our skeleton army, hopefully. Get more halberdiers, put them in the field. Axemen, the enemy is spawning, they're deploying them. I think are better against long-reached units. We have a charge, and a charge means you would deploy 8 units at once. You've got to get 8 kills to use a charge. It's ready though, so let's send them out. And we hope to overwhelm the enemy defenses with all those halberdiers. The enemy can also use charges. They got to kill 20 of your units to activate it, so we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen by using nothing but halberdiers. Let's deploy some archers. They're not going to be very good, but we're going to have them at least. We have a few skeleton archers getting on the field now. Those skeleton archers are going to do some damage, but they're not really effective, honestly. They have to be deployed in large numbers, and are not really ideally the unit we should use. So now we're just sending in our skeletons constantly. A lot of them are going to make it to the end for the Undead, and we should claim victory here very soon. I hope so anyway. And we're cutting down these humans in our way. We lost ones at the top, but in the middle and at the bottom we are making the way through where we were until they used the charge. There it is. We send out axemen. Take them out, please. We have a charge ready. Let's counter their charge with our charge. More halberdiers are heading out. And again, we have to hit space to deploy each unit. And we just move the arrow up and down to decide where we want these units to spawn. And we're cutting down the troops. We're having an issue up at the top. Send out a halberdier to deal with that one axeman. Come on. There we go. We got him. And keep going forward, guys. We got to overwhelm the enemy. Got to win. We have won the battle. Fairshire is now owned by the Undead. Victory. And so we have some money from all that. We can buy let's buy a unit. We're going to buy scouts. Very fast but very weak unit. Useful for charging through gaps in the enemy's defense. Let's buy them. Continue now. We have a few kills so far. Now we're going to move in on Any, which is held by the Human Alliance. It's owned by them. They have cavalry here. Unfortunately, send out some scouts. See what they do, how they react to that. Just send out a lot of those guys. Just see how they respond to our scouts. And we may not get very far with the scouts, but if we do, it'd be great. Just spam them out there, send them out, and hopefully they can break through the enemy lines. Let's deploy some halberds now, though. We got like 4 or 5 scouts through. Those scouts are just going to get the enemy's free kills if they run into them. We may just charge with the scouts. That may be a better call. The enemy here, the Human Alliance, has mounted spearmen. They have long swordsmen as well. That could be a concern for us. They have no scouts, fortunately, which is good for us. And good thing is we can also counter their cavalry with our halberdiers in large numbers. There we go. They're dead. Keep sending out more troops, please. Come on, keep sending them out. Almost. Come on, we're going to have their mounted spearmen are going to defeat our halberdiers. I hope they don't. Or they may do it, I don't know. There we go, we got rid of them. Come on, send out more troops there. Mounted spearmen take a while to train, though. So that's good. Let's get one more halberdier. Start sending out scouts along the line. And just take advantage of the fact that they are going to be not able to fight off all of our advancing troops. They're just sending out units to deal with our halberdiers. It's not going well for them. I just noticed that the undead in this game bleed, which is a little strange. These are skeletons, so I don't know where the blood's coming from, but it's whatever. One thing I should tell you is that if time runs out, whoever has the better score at the top there, if it's more to the right in our favor, we will automatically win. In case we run out of time, we won't have to worry about this here, because we're going to win regardless. And let's keep going here. We have the scouts charging in, trying to get to the side of the screen to the right. I'm going to get our halberdiers there as well. And we're losing them to swordsmen that get in the way occasionally, but we can just get more scouts, send out some halberdiers now. That should be enough to overwhelm the Human Alliance here, I hope. One scout is going to make it, some aren't, and they charge. Oh, come on. We lost a few scouts, didn't we? Yes, we did. And they sent out a ton of swordsmen. We're going to charge with some halberdiers in a little bit once we can. Send out some there, send out some here. It's not going to be good at the bottom. At the bottom area, it's not looking too pretty. Send out some halberdiers, charge. We're going to charge their units. They're coming with the swordsmen. Cut them down. Push them back. My scythe wielding skeletons of death. My spooky, scary skeletons. Do your job. Undead. Please, be good at this. Okay, they seem to be performing pretty well. Let's send out some scouts and overwhelm what's left of the Human Alliance forces and try to get into their base and win this battle for the undead everywhere across the globe. And here we go. We're losing some scouts. They're being chopped down by that mounted spearman. Let's send out some halberdiers. That should be enough, I hope. Keep sending out more scouts. Charge with the scouts. This will end it if we're about to win already, so let's send out the scouts. This is almost over. We're going to have victory very soon, and there we have it. Aety, I think it's called, is now owned by the undead. We are done. Click to continue. So that's done. We're going to save up money and hopefully eventually get some mounted halberdiers just to have some cavalry. Let's now go into... let's go into Orthshire, see if we can win here. They have halberdiers, spearmen, swordsmen, I think King's Guard, which is like their special unit. I'm a little concerned about them. But we'll just fight them with halberdiers and hope that will be enough. They're sending out a lot of spearmen at this time. They seem to be swapping out with the swordsmen and the spearmen. That is not an issue. Once they get to King's Guard, though, that will be a problem. Because they're like the best units the Human Alliance has. I think each race in this game has their own unique special units. But, like, generally every race has some base units that are the same. Like the halberdiers, every faction has that, essentially. Every race does. But here, they have King's Guard available, but they're not using them. Oh, there they are. Those are really good swordsmen, apparently. So let's be aware of that. Try to overwhelm them. King's Guard are just some very powerful infantry, so let's be aware of what they're capable of. Sending out more troops, just use nothing but halberdiers. We're going to charge them with some scouts eventually. Those King's Guard take a little bit of time to make, so as long as they're busy having to make those guys, that'll be good for us. And they're very annoying to deal with, because they got a lot of HP, I reckon. We are taking them out, yeah or no? I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, we got them. We got them. Halberdiers are making it to the right side of the screen. The undead will be victorious at the rate we're going. Send in some scouts where the enemy isn't. Here comes some troops. Some Spearmen are coming in at the top. Let's send out some halberdiers. Charge with scouts and try to overwhelm their defenses. At the top, that guy's definitely going to get cut down. Yeah, he got chopped up. They're pushing up there. Let's send out some halberdiers. Try and hold back the enemy who's advancing at the very tippity top. We've lost a lot of undead soldiers. They charged us, but I think we had a lot of scouts make it into their base. I hope we did anyway. Did they use the King's Guard? Yeah, they used the King's Guard to charge. That's not good for us because they're very tough and tanky. They're basically upgraded swordsmen who, as I've said before, are pretty tanky themselves, but the King's Guard are just worse in terms of survivability. And we're going to lose a lot of troops here. We need like 3 halberdiers to deal with 1 King's Guard. It's that annoying. And here we are. Defeat them, please. Push them back. Do more damage. Okay, we killed 1. We're not going to hold that guy up there back. We killed a few of them, but a few of them also did make it to our side of the line. That's not good, but we can just keep getting out more halberdiers. We shouldn't have to worry about a charge from the Human Alliance for a little while. Here comes our halberdiers. Keep making them. They're charging us with halberdiers. Let's bring out our halberdiers. We'll have a Scythe versus halberd battle. And here come the Scythe-wielding halberdiers of the Undead versus the Human Alliance halberdiers. Who will be victorious? Probably ours, because we have a racial buff for that stuff. And we're losing some troops, it seems, in the middle. But whatever. Overwhelm the humans, please. That's your one thing you gotta do. The one thing I need you to be good at. Overwhelm them with your sides. Okay, we're having a big, brutal battle here. A lot of units are dead. And they are deploying King's Guard more. But we are trying to overwhelm them. We are still winning, technically. We could maybe run out the clock here and hope that will happen. But we'll see. Do these scythes not have as much range as their halberds? I wonder. Maybe they do. I mean, they're definitely supposed to do better damage with them. Oh no, they use King's Guard again. Charge, please. Stop them. Send out troops. Send out all we can to stop the King's Guard from winning today for the humans. We have like 3 halberdiers running into Spearmen and King's Guard, which is an issue because these guys are just tanky, so tanky. We're running out of time. Can you get the King's Guard at the top, please? It's so annoying. Keep deploying halberdiers. We're just using nothing but them. And they're all we can really use to counter these guys. We're losing so many undead at the top. They're just being fodder for these King's Guard who might just be charging us again very soon. Can you take care of them? Get them, come on. Ah, dangnabbit. Oh, we got the kill. We have 55 some seconds, less than a minute now, before victory will technically be ours. We just gotta hold on and make sure the King's Guard don't make it to this side of the screen. They really killed a lot of our halberdier guys, which is not good, obviously. But if we can just run out the clock and survive and hold on till then, that would be very much ideal. Keep deploying soldiers, please. Charge, maybe we can get a charge. Charge, there we go. Charge in, please. Delay the time. All I gotta do is delay them. Get kills, maybe. I don't think it's going to be enough for them to win, even though they are charging us. They're still going to be losing, and they're charging in with some spearmen who are not as big of a threat as the King's Guard were. And they have like 2 swordsmen or King's Guard coming down at the bottom. They're going to be very annoying, but it ain't going to matter because our halberdiers are going to be able to deal with these spearmen better than they could with the King's Guard. And they're about to win, I'm pretty sure. And we have won. Victory. Shire is now owned by the Undead. The Human Alliance is defeated. Click to continue. Let's buy a mounted armor, speed, range, damage. What's max damage? Let's get mounted halberdier. Good. Now let's also get maybe mage while we're at it. So we have mounted halberdier and a mage as our units. And we're also going to buy the flailer eventually, once we get a full roster. Now let's push into maybe Darkwood, which is owned by the Wood Elves. Deploy some mounted halberdiers, possibly. Yeah, let's just deploy the mounted halberdiers to see what they can do. They're basically scythe-wielding skeletons on horseback. They are mounted halberdiers. There they go. They're Grim Reapers of the battlefield. There they come to fight against the Wood Elves. They're pushing back tons of troops they run into, and they're just brutal. Wow. Oh, we lost them to some undead. We lost them to some axemen, I think. They have some archers. I wonder if Wood Elves are good at archery in this game. Not entirely sure, honestly. Deploy more soldiers, though. They're good for running down archers, these mounted halberdiers are. Cutting them down. Cut down everyone, please. Send in more mounted halberdiers. They're getting into action now. They're getting a lot of kills. We're probably going to charge with the mounted halberdiers once we're able to. And let's deal with these guys here. At the very top, send out some mounted halberdiers. Just keep spamming them to get to the side of the screen pretty well. They just get a lot of kills, to be honest with you. So they're very capable of overwhelming the enemy's defenses. I want to maybe use mages after this, or not, because they use a lot of archers. The wood elves seem to. Come on, overwhelm them. Kills. We need to get 20 kills to get a charge. Once that arrow is red, we'll be ready to go. Are we at kills yet? Oh, we can charge very soon. I'll charge once we have enough cavalry. I mean, once the mounted halberdier respawn is ready. Deploy, and here come all the mounted halberdiers all across the battlefield. The wood elves are going to get run down by our Scythe wielding cavalry. And there they go. Chop, chop, chop. Mowed down like grass. And just push them back and get them out of here. Win for the undead, please. They just got pushed off screen. That's brutal. And we're going to keep sending out troops. I wonder if they're pushed off screen, it counts as them dying. I mean, I'm not complaining if it does count as them dying. Keep sending out mounted halberdiers. And here we go. More of them are coming out now. They don't have no halberdiers for themselves, so they can't really counter these units too well. Spearmen, unlike you may think spearmen may be good against cavalry. I don't think they are. In this game, they're just a basic unit you can just deploy and just have something fast. But anyway, we are overwhelming the wood elves even more. Come on, get rid of them. Cut them down. There we go, the undead are chopping through. Darkwood is now owned by the undead. It already has a fitting name, doesn't it? Darkwood. Click to continue. Buy a unit, we can't yet. We have 228 kills. Now let's go into the, Let's go into the Eastern Forest. 21% difficulty. They will have cavalry here, so let's keep that in mind. They have mounted halberdiers. We'll clash with our mounted halberdiers against theirs, and there they are. Let's deploy our halberdiers because they're easier to make, and I'm pretty sure our halberdiers will be very good against enemy cavalry. This is the enemy capital, I think, of the wood elves. I want to think it is. I'm assuming it is. Let's deploy halberdiers to deal with their halberdiers. How good are their units against ours? I mean, with their halberdiers versus our mounted halberdiers. So there we go. They got 1 kill, 2 kills. Okay, 2 kills before they kill our mounted halberdiers. We'll keep that in mind. Our normal halberdiers should fare better, I'd imagine. So we have our halberdiers coming in the bottom. Keep going, guys. Just keep going. Send in some mounted halberdiers here. Maybe also deploy some scouts up top. There we are. Scouts are going in for the fast attack up top. And we're going to start getting this to be looking more in our favor once we get our troops through. There we are. More scouts are going out. This game is all about counters, honestly, and exploiting enemy weaknesses. So here comes our scouts. They're going all in at the top, and nobody's stopping them. They're just having free reign to just march into the enemy base. There they go. They're just running in there. There's no skin to hold back these undead skeletons from running so fast. Send out more halberdiers. Oh no, they have mages. They have magic. I mean, we also have magic, but it's whatever. Deploy halberdiers. Let's also get some cavalry to deal with these mages. I forgot they had mages. I didn't realize that. I mean, I figured they did. Can we deploy these guys? Let's do a cavalry charge in a little bit once we're ready for that. And let's charge the cavalry now. There we go. Here come the mounted halberdiers. We lost 1 to that mage. Let's send out another one. 1 shot in, and they're going to get a second one maybe. Or not. He's going to die probably. Yeah, he died. And we're going to win this battle. It's over. We have 1, no, yes, no. 1 more unit should do it. Cut down that 1 unit. Oh, come on, guys. You got so close. Get scouts. Just run in with scouts. Just charge in. There we go. Eastern Forest is now owned by the Undead. We're victorious there. We're done. And there's 1 more province controlled by the elves. It's Woodland. Let's overwhelm that place. Charge in with our halberdiers. Not the mounted halberdiers as much as I enjoy using them. Because they might be countered by enemy halberdiers. Or maybe we should just use them until they deploy halberdiers. I don't know. Here come the Wood Elf Spearmen. They're going to fight the skeleton with the scythes, the skeleton scythe army. Here they come. They're dying, unsurprisingly. Send some scouts up at the top. A couple scouts, actually, until they see how they react to that. Not well. Yeah, they're not really responding too well to those scouts getting through at the top, aren't they? Let's send out some mounted halberdiers, though. We're probably going to charge with the cavalry in a little bit. Yeah, let's just send out scouts. I hope that'll be enough. They're sending troops at the top now. The bottom, if there's any gap in the line, we're going through it. There we go. We're going to have 1 scout versus an archer. It's probably not going to go well for the scout. Yeah, he's dead. Well, he's deader than dead. He's undead dead. And we killed killing a fair amount of the Wood Elf archers here. Now we're going to start sending in cavalry. Sending a scout down here. Can we charge in with the cav? Yes, we are. So this should end it once we activate this charge. We'll overwhelm the woodlands. And here comes all of our units. Our cav. I want to really get those flailers just to see what they're like. There go all of our units. They're going in now. And they're cutting down the elves like crazy. Goodness gracious. Just keep sending in scouts. This is over. This should be over very soon. Victory. Woodland is now owned by the undead. This means the wood elves and the humans are dead. We have defeated both of those races, and the undead are going to continue their march to undead, make the entire world undead. So now we're going to fight the orcs of the south in Aragus down here. We have about 1,000 gold, one more battle, and we should be able to get the flailers we're wanting to acquire. Send out some mounted halberdiers, see how they perform. Come on, guys, you got this. And we should win this battle, I hope. They have some basic swordsmen out here, spearmen. They have halberdiers, we're just not using them. Doesn't matter, we're just going to crush them with our mounted halberdiers then if they're not going to take us seriously. We're just going to use them. Unless they deploy halberdiers, they're just going to get chopped to pieces. And that is what's happening. Like one spearman, one halberdier, one mounted halberdier defeated 4 spearmen. It's crazy. I wonder if axemen are any good against mounted units. I mean, the halberdiers anyway. Because axemen are supposed to be good against these long-reaching units with long-reaching weapons. We'll see, I reckon. We'll see. Just keep deploying cav, deploy a scout. Let's just deploy a scout, then deploy cav. Up there, there we go. Chop them up. Deploy halberdier, actually, because they're faster to train and deploy. Get out on the field. Come on, kill them, please. We want to get the charge in a little bit. Come on. Get more units out here. We want to get the charge. Let's send out scouts, though. Just send scouts out the bottom where we have a gap in the enemy line. If they're not going to really do anything about it. Yeah, they're really just going to lose ground there, aren't they? Our halberdiers may be vulnerable to enemy axe throwers, so we will have to keep that in mind. It's unfortunate, but it is something we have to deal with. We can charge with the halberdiers now. Let's see how well they react. The mounted halberdiers react to their halberdiers. Charge in. This might be a bad idea. We'll see. We will definitely see. And they're going to cut through them, hopefully. I'm hoping they will anyway. There they go. Cut down 2 enemy halberdiers. That one at the top may die. Possibly, yeah, he died. Not surprised by that at all. Are they overwhelmed yet? That we had like almost all of our units to get to their line. No, they still have some troops left. Somehow get some swordsmen to fight this halberdier. I mean, this archer. Axe thrower. What am I saying? Deal with this axe thrower, please. Undead spearmen. Do your thing. Fight these halberdiers. Come on, send some scouts down here at the bottom. That should be enough, I hope, to overwhelm the orcs of the south, as they're called. Up top, we're having issues. Let's send out some swordsmen to fight these axemen, throwing axemen, and this halberdier that's accompanying them. We have spearmen and a couple swordsmen doing some damage. They're going to be dead soon, I hope. There we are. Do a charge. They have some halberdiers. We have mounted halberdiers, which are going to come in now. Charge is activated. Here come the undead cavalry, and they're going to overwhelm the enemy. I hope they do anyway, unless they get taken out by enemy projectiles. Those throwing axes are an issue for us, definitely. And did we just skip a guy? I think we did. Whatever, we should win now, though. This is going to be over. And we are victorious. Aragus is now owned by the undead, so we can buy one more unit. We're going to buy the flailer. Flailer, we can't buy any more units now. We're at our cap of 8. But we are going to start buying more upgrades like speed training and increased armor once we have the money for that. Let's fight for, maybe, what is this? Let's go for Barak and see what these flailers can do. If I can train any of them at all. I just want to see what one of them can do. Just one. I may just only use these guys whenever we have a charge. I just want to see how they react to those spearmen. They're like the best units the undead have, I think. Just smack them, he's dead. Just one whack and that halberdier, that spearman drops dead. Axe thrower, how's he gonna do? Dead. No, not dead. Oh well, that guy. Yeah, he killed both of them. That's pretty bad for the orcs of the south to be up against these flailers, who are very good at flailing around their weapons and taking out entire lines of soldiers. Oh, we had one axe thrower make it to the end. Oh well. That's tragic. But we had one flailer also make it to the end. Send out some scouts, maybe. There we go. Send in some cavalry as well. overwhelm the enemy here. And we're only up against spearmen, swordsmen, and axe throwers. That is the enemy opposition here. And here comes more troops. More undead to overwhelm the foe. Take care of this throwing axemen in the middle. And these throwing axemen at the top. They're going to be dead very soon. They are already dead, probably. Let's charge in with the flailers once they're available. Come on. Keep the rate going. And charge. Oh, look at all those units. 8 free flailers, who should be enough to just overwhelm anything we run into. And there they go. Deploy some, maybe, mounted halberdiers to back up the flailers. Even though I think the flailers have it handled. They're just whacking everything that gets in their way, honestly. It's very powerful. Very powerful unit for sure. And the orcs of the south have no chance. They're getting crushed by the flailer advance. Our elite units are too much for them. Those skeletons just flail around everything. They just wipe them out. And we have crushed anything in our way. So we have all those units. All 8 of those units are going to make it to the end of their side of the map. And we have some swordsmen, spearmen now, whatever. We're going to probably deploy flailers again to keep the attacks going. We have any charges, maybe? No? Okay, whatever. Just overwhelm whatever they have as for defenses then. They have an axe thrower right there. Take them out, please. Get some kills. We got a charge ready, maybe. And let's end this, though. Can we get the flailers deployed? Come on. We have it? Yes, charge. So this should end it for sure. They cannot stop that. Those guys are just going to be a wrecking ball. See what I did there? They have a flail, wrecking ball. Okay, there they are. Enemy right there. A lot of enemies. Not too many enemies, but the flailers should crush through them like they did before. There we go. Dead, dead, dead. And they're going to be out of here. Yeah, we're going to probably win this battle very soon. And it's not looking too good for the orcs of the south, who I think will have one more county or region or settlement or province after this, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to get to the end here on the right side of the screen. And we have victory. Barak is now owned by the Undead. I'm going to end my video here, my part 1 video for my Warlord Call to Arms Undead campaign playthrough. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.